As is customary, we strip down and rinse ourselves thoroughly before entering the adjoining hot spring. I can feel the difference in temperature as soon as I step out of the room. There are a few other men spread out on the pool. They all look to be young and close to my age. Sho and I slowly wade into the hot spring. I dip my feet in and my toes tingle from the rush of heat. Carefully, I lower the rest of me into the water and instantly relax in the warmth. Sho lets out a contented sigh.
Ah, this is the life.
I nod and close my eyes. I listen to the soft sounds of nature mixed with the low murmur of voices from other patrons. The waters are mostly still, only rippling when someone enters or leaves the spring. The water gently eases out any remaining tension in my muscles, and as I let out a deep breath, I wish this moment could last forever.
Hey guys.
Akira? It's Akira! I blink my eyes open at the sound of a familiar voice. Akira has a small towel resting on his head.
Fancy seeing you here.
That's a lie! No, he doesn't! I was just about to say that to you. What are you doing here?
We can't stay on campus today, so instead of practicing, my team and I decided to do the next best thing. Heal in the hot springs.
Yeah, that's what we're doing too. We're healing. We're here for the healing. I squint at the other men in the spring. No wonder they all look my age.
That's why everyone looks so familiar.
I'm surprised we didn't recognize you guys. Akira smiles.
We look different without our uniforms. It took me a few minutes before I recognized you two.
In the distance, I hear a high-pitched squeal. Was that the girls?
I think so.
Their spring is right next to ours.
Was it like a danger squeal or like a, oh my gosh, it's you kind of squeal? Sho perks up.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't know that, Sho? I wonder what they're talking about.
Let's find out.
You mean eavesdrop?
It's not eavesdropping if we're just checking on their well-being.
And then the music turns up. This can only end poorly, Great Mighty. I don't know. I've seen enough anime to know how this ends. Sho laughs.
Lucky for us, we aren't in an anime. We'll be fine.
That doesn't make me feel any more confident about this decision. Akira climbs out of the water. He's doing it too!
I know a way we can slip in unseen.
Slip in? I thought we were just listening! This is getting worse all the time! How exactly do you know this?
I can't give away my sources.
Sho and I look at each other, then shrug. I might have expected this type of behavior from Sho, but definitely not Akira. We follow him out of the pool and into the changing room where we each grab towels. Then Akira leads us through an employee entrance and into a tunneled hallway. The hallway opens up right beside a large rock enclave surrounding the women's hot spring, which keeps us perfectly out of sight. Why is that a thing that they have? Giggles float around us as we peek over the rocks. Just our luck! Valerie, Yuna, Mayu, Kaori, and Mei are right in front of us. Sho and I share a look as if to silently ask, Mei's here too? Then we shrug. If Akira's here, it only makes sense that Mei would be here too. And that's actually why I assumed the shriek happened. Hey look, they all have towels
It's your
on.
turn, Valerie. Okay.
Turns,
Truth
what do you
or
play?
dare?
Oh.
Dare.
Okay, truth.
What?
What?
No, I picked dare.
Right, truth.
Mei turns to the rest of the girls.
What should we ask her?
Valerie is not pleased. Mayu blushes.
What is it like being with a boy?
Okay, wait, hold on, Mayu. When you say that, do you mean like boyfriend? Or like... sorry, never mind. Everyone stares at her with wide eyes, and Mayu's face turns even redder.
Why would you ask me that?
Because, you know...
'Cause you're a slut, aren't you? Even Coyote's cheeks are pink, but I can't tell whether it's from the question or the heat of the water. Valerie blinks.
Oh, right, okay. You see...
Her voice trails off and my breath catches in my throat. Is this really happening right now? Sho and Akira both focus intently on the conversation.
How do I put this?
She pauses again as she thinks.
Okay, basically, imagine you have a motherboard. On the different sockets, you have to add the different components. So first you put in the CPU, and then the RAM, a graphics card, some sort of storage drive. Oh, and the power supply. You can't forget the power supply. That is what? Supplies power.
Yes, of course.
And once all those pieces are ready, then it's time to make sure all the wires are connected. Some graphics cards require a 6-pin connector while others need an 8-pin. Some also require 2 sets of connectors depending on the power draw requirements.
Go on. Man, is anyone else getting all hot and bothered?
It's also important to pick a good case because you want to make sure everything is well protected but still has strong airflow. Having a strong cooling system is important when things heat up.
Just throws that in at the end. Just all this computer stuff, and then bam, it was meant as a euphemism the whole time! As Valerie continues with her explanation, the girls struggle to follow along. Mayu's brows are furrowed, but she nods every so often, listening closely to Valerie's words. Like, if anyone can understand Valerie, it's gonna be Mayu. Yuna just seems plain confused, although she's trying her best to follow along. Coyote frowns thoughtfully, and I can almost see the gears in her brain trying to piece together the image Valerie is describing. Only May sits with her eyebrow raised and her arms across her chest.
None of this makes sense.
Valerie freezes and looks a little panicked.
What?
May studies Valerie's possessive expression in discomfort. Then she smiles triumphantly, as if she solved a puzzle. So has Valerie never been with a boy?
Oh,
Okay.
You've never actually been with.
Valerie laughs loudly over May's voice.
You're so silly, May. What are you even talking about?
Your analogy doesn't describe it at all.
So they are talking about... what word should I use? Coitus. Coyote crosses her arms.
If she's not right, then what's it supposed to be?
May grins mischievous. That was a mix of mischievously and mischievously. Mischievously, there we go.
Well, when a man and a woman love each other very much.
Plop. Okay, I look over at Sho. He had leaned too far forward and accidentally wobbled an unstable pebble which rolled into the spring. As one, the girls look over in our direction, then shriek.
Run!
We scramble into the safety of the hallway and head back into the men's changing room.
Do you think they saw us?
They probably saw you. The blood leaves Sho's face. Why are you so uncapitalized?
No! Akira, please, tell me otherwise.
It was pretty dark. Maybe they just saw a silhouette.
For your sake, I hope that's all they saw.
If I fall, I'm dragging you down with me.
I didn't tell you to go do it. Me, I was in the men's hot springs the entire time. Isn't that right, Akira?
Of course.
You guys!
That's what you get for perving. Once our pounding hearts subside, we returned to the men's hot spring as if nothing happened. As soon as our time was up, we left with the rest of the group. This way, it could have been anyone who disturbed the girls. Akira rejoins his teammates while Sho and I change back into our clothes. We wait for the girls in the hotel lobby, which looks suspiciously like the pilot's lounge. We agreed to meet here for dinner, right? Sho answers nervously.
Yep.
After 15 minutes, they still haven't emerged. Sho shifts from foot to foot.
Do you think they really saw me there and now they've gone ahead without us?
They can't go without us, who cares? I wouldn't blame them. We kinda deserved if they did. Sho has the decency to look sheepish.
I didn't realize girls talked about such private things.
Neither did I.
What if this is all part of their plan for revenge? Leave us here waiting while they're all eating delicious food and laughing at us. Or maybe they've retired to one of their hotel rooms, dressed in their PJs, continuing their conversation.
I'm just gonna stop you right there.
But I was just getting to the good part.
That's a pretty lame revenge as far as revenges go, though.
I suppose that's true.
We wait a while longer before the girls finally appear. Coyote glowers at us as she marches over. Valerie and Yuna both look grave, and even Mayu looks stern. Sho leans over to me.
God, they know. Should we just tell them?
Keep cool. Hey, girls! Oh, see, I like that outfit that Coyote has. The girls finally pause in front of us. Are you okay? Coyote glares at the two of us and crosses her arms.
Of course not. We are surrounded by perverts.
What? Sho's eyes widen in panic, and even I'm beginning to feel anxious. I was just teasing him before, but maybe they really did see us. Gotta be the good guy. Gotta be the good guy. 'Cause you know what? You know what's wrong, everybody? Sexual harassment. That's what's wrong. You know, it cannot be. You can't get away with stuff like that. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't be able to. I probably could if I did try to play it off, but you shouldn't be able to. And you know what? You know what? It was wrong of me and Sho and Akira to go there. And it's wrong, frankly, of the hot springs to have a place that people apparently know about where you can go and spy on women in the hot springs. So you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger man here. I'm sorry, Sho, if I'm gonna get you in trouble for this, but I'm getting in trouble too. I'm gonna come clean. We're really sorry.
Joseph!
The girls look at each other in surprise, but Cowdy narrows her eyes.
I had a feeling it was you two.
Hey, don't drag me into this. This is all Brose's idea.
That's wrong. Don't listen to him. Of course it was his idea.
Please. This type of thing just screams Sho.
See? So you believe me?
I believe that Sho was involved.
Fair enough.
Hey, Broseph could have acted alone.
Nope.
Not likely. I don't think so. Nuh-uh.
Mayu shakes her head. None of the girls even hesitated before answering.
Wow, even you, Mayu?
She looks away.
Sorry. I can't believe you pers were spying on us. What were you hoping to see?
Well, that should be easy.
Nothing?
Valerie gives him a blank look.
I mean, we weren't spying. We were eavesdropping.
I wouldn't say that so proudly.
How is that better?
Dare I ask why?
We heard someone shriek and wanted to make sure nobody was hurt. Mayu looks alarmed, and then she blushes deeply. Valerie bursts out laughing. Yuna hides a smile, and even Coyote looks amused. That's a weird reaction. What happened exactly?
A spider crawled on Mayu.
Oh. Mayu freezes after her outburst. Sho and I exchange a look.
Sorry to have troubled you.
We're just glad that you're okay.
Mayu smiles weakly.
Thanks for your concern.
No problem. Coyote crosses her arms.
You're not going to get off the hook that easily.
We're sorry, but we were genuinely concerned.
Yeah, if you didn't want us over there, you shouldn't have screamed.
So, please, I'm handling this.
What? It's true.
Let's just accept their apology and move forward.
What?
Yuna sighs.
Clearly it was a misunderstanding, and I'm sure the boys have learned their lesson, right?
I don't think we really learned a lesson, but, you know. Yup. I mean, yeah.
There's no point in going back and forth anymore, and there's nothing else to say about the matter.
Coyote scowls, but reluctantly agrees.
Fine. But if I catch you guys doing something like that again, I'm going to make you regret you were born.
I believe it.
Yes, ma'am.
We promise we won't do it again.
Since that's all settled, does that mean we can finally go eat?
Coyote sighs.
Yes, we can go eat.
Finally! I thought my stomach was going to eat itself.
You're so dramatic.
I'm pretty hungry too, actually.
So am I.
Let's go then.
Yuna leads the way as the team continues to tease Sho. The tension from before dissipates as everyone speculates about tonight's meal. This didn't go as badly as I thought it would. I'm just glad it's behind us now. When we arrive at the dining hall, we settle down at our table. The hotel offers a... Oh, I don't know what that word is. Is it prefix? Prix-fix? I'm gonna say prefix because I like that. Menu. So all we had to do was confirm our number of diners. What? Oh, like people, yeah. Then the waitress put in the orders for our meals. Whatever happened to May?
She didn't want to stay after the incident, so she went to find her teammates.
Did she ever finish explaining? Why am I bringing this up?
Business!
Why am I bringing this up again? All of the girls' faces are bright red, even Valerie's. I wonder if that means she did finish. Or maybe. Soon the food arrives. It's a simple tray of rice, fish, and pickled vegetables. We quiet down as we all dig in. I hadn't realized how hungry I was until now. I feel a buzz in my pocket. As I pull out my phone, I notice all of my teammates are checking their phones too. It's a group email from Dashu. They're reminding us about our coaching session that was scheduled for tomorrow. It seems they've received confirmation that Coach Ivan will be on campus to give us a few pointers before our match on Thursday. Yuna wears a broad grin.
Did you all get that email?
Yeah.
I'm so glad Coach Ivan will be on campus.
I know, right? It's Coach Ivan. He's like the best coach on campus.
Me too. Oh, he's one of my idols.
Really?
Of course. He's a working legend.
Oh. How come I've never heard of him before?
He's almost as famous as the Akamis.
Sho looks thoughtful.
Actually, Mayu, doesn't your family know him?
Yes, but not very well. They respect each other, of course, but aren't close friends. That's why I've never met him.
I'm looking forward to what he can teach this team. There's a reason why he's won 3 championships and received the MVP award twice.
Wow, this guy sounds impressive.
I heard no matter where he goes, he always wears his signature helmet.
That sounds obnoxious. Valerie's heard of him too?
Huh, I've heard that too.
I wonder if he'll wear it tomorrow.
Probably.
The team continues to talk excitedly about tomorrow's training session. I soak in each story or rumor the team shares about him, and the more I hear about him, the more enthusiastic I feel about meeting him. After we finish up our meals, I want to take another dip into the hot spring. After all, my first session was kind of interrupted. Sho happily agrees, but the girls firmly refuse. They say their goodnights and retire to their rooms. Sho and I relax in the hot water until we're both stifling yawns. Then we decide to return to our rooms as well. After all, we have an early morning train to catch. I'm exhausted and collapse onto my bed. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I fall asleep. I'm woken up at the crack of dawn by the most irritating clucking noises. Apparently, Sho's alarm is of a rooster crowing. But, bruh, why? After unceremoniously stifling yawns and getting dressed, I make a quick sweep of the room to make sure I packed all of my things. Sho had to make 2 sweeps because he kept yawning during his first and forgetting where he'd already looked. We're all silent as we meet in the lobby. Mayu and Kaori are both wide awake and as perky as either of them could ever be. Yuna and Valerie seem even more exhausted than Sho and I. I wonder what was going on in their room. Before my mind can wander too far, I snap back to reality and glance guiltily at Kaori, who has her eyes narrowed. Can she read my thoughts now, too? Good thing I wasn't thinking anything perverted. Right? I was like, then blackness, okay. Still in silence, we make our way to the train station. The train ride home feels even longer than the ride to the hot springs. I resist the urge to ask, are we there yet? After what feels like an eternity, we arrive at Isokaze. Finally! Napping on the uncomfortable train was nearly impossible, and my thoughts kept drifting to my warm bed. I say a quick goodbye to everyone and practically speed home. As soon as I arrive, I make a beeline for my room and collapse onto my bed. Bright sunlight shines on my face, and I slowly blink my eyes open. Then I jolt upright in bed. What time is it? Did I miss the coaching session? I fumble around looking for my clock, but it's only 11 a.m. Coach Ivan won't arrive until mid-afternoon. I have plenty of time. In that case, I wonder if anyone is free. Let's see what Sho's up to. Just as I decide what I want... Wait, what? Just as I decide what I want I to do, I get a phone call from Sho. What's up, Broseph?
No.
Jeez, I pulled the phone away from my ear. What do you mean, no?
You can't call me Broseph. Broseph is your name, Broseph.
Okay. What's up?
What are you doing this fine evening?
I don't have any specific plans.
Excellent. I'll meet you at the Izokaze Park.
What's going on at the park?
You'll see. See you in a few.
I thought you said fine evening. He hangs up before I can pry for more. Not talking to you! You turn off! You turn off, Alexa! Turn off. Thank you. Well, whatever it is, if Sho's excited, then it has got to be fun. I hop on my bike and drive to the park. A tantalizing scents of food waft towards the street, enticing passersby. As I search for a parking space, the park is illuminated with hanging lanterns and packed full of stalls. Is this some type of festival? Sho lingers on the outskirts of the park and runs over to me.
There you are, Broseph!
What's all this?
It's a festival, of course.
I was right. Yeah, but which one? He looks incredulous.
Jeez, you don't know?
No, should I?
Of course. Everyone knows it's the Festival of Dongos.
Yes, of course, the dongos. You have no idea, do you?
I just told you. They sell all kinds of dongo here.
But why is there even a festival where they can sell dongo? He blinks.
Does it matter? Now come on.
Wait, aren't we going to wait for the others? Sho scratches the back of his head.
This might just be a two-man operation.
I don't know what this means, but you know what, like, even if this is to say you have a girlfriend, you should invite her. Nah, you're still allowed to do your own things if you're dating. Sounds good to me. I nod. Just us guys? I'm game.
Then let's get started. The Adventures of Broseph and Sho.
I nod. Sho seems to be in an extra good mood. We enter the throng of people and browse the different stalls. This area sells all sorts of crafts and clothing. A small doll dressed in a fitted kimono catches my attention. I stop Sho and inspect it further. The wooden doll has hair as black as night and a dainty face with blushing cheeks and red lips. Hey, Sho!
What?
Look at this! What do you think? He glances at the doll and gives me a strange look.
It's fine.
Do you think Mai would like that?
Oh.
He looks thoughtful.
Actually, she might.
I'm sure she'd be happy if you brought her back a souvenir.
Yeah. Oh, wait, then she'll know I wasn't studying.
She's going to find out no matter what. At least this way you can say you were thinking about her.
You're right. Smart thinking, Broseph.
I try. Sho asks the vendor the price of the doll and pays it, then happily turns away.
Ready for some food?
Always.
That's what I like to hear.
We move away from the crafts area and straight into the sea of small eats. Sho can't decide on what to order to ends up ordering one of each item. His arms are full of more dongo than one man can eat. I manage to stop him before he applies the same tactic to each vendor and convince him to eat what we have first. We sit down along the edge of the park at the picnic tables. As we settle in, a set of twins approaches us.
Hey boys, are these seats taken?
Oh, hello, attractive female number one. Although their faces are nearly identical, black, not in a racist way, but in a silhouetted way. One girl has stick straight hair, which flows in a glossy waterfall down her back and ends right above her ample bottom. The second girl plays with her curls and lets them bounce between her full bosom. They flash us smiles, revealing cute dimples, then sit across from us and set down their drinks.
It's really nice of you to save us seats.
They seem to be around our age. The girls look at Sho with interest as they play with the straw on their drinks.
Do you go to Ace?
Considering Ace is the only university around here, it's not an unusual guess. He seems dazed. Yeah, he's in the pilot program.
Pilots?
Sho nods, still as confused as before. He shoots me questioning glances as if unsure whether or not this is actually happening. He is so out of his element. The girls look at each other, then giggle.
What are you doing after the festival?
Would you want to hang out? Right, I was about to do curls, but no, that was the one with long, straight hair. Stick straight, as a matter of fact. Sho's eyes widen and he looks at me in astonishment. He looks like he's about to agree when he quickly shakes his head.
Actually, we have plans with our girlfriends later tonight.
Aw, really?
Even though it looks like number 2, Okay, first I tried to point with my mouse, and then I realized I don't think you can see my mouse on the screen, so then I pointed at the screen as though that would help you guys more. The one on the right side, that one has the stick long hair. I mean, the other one doesn't have curly hair. But hey, if we're just talking about long hair going to her ample bottom, that would be the more appropriate silhouette to use. Sho nods, although more reluctantly this time.
Both of you are already taken? Oh well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're really pretty, though. I mean, look at that consistency. Shrugging, she scribbles something on a napkin, then tucks it into Sho's hand. Her fingers lingers on Sho as she leans in close and speaks in a breathy voice.
Well, if you guys ever want to hang out, I'm sure we'll be available.
I feel like they have to be like con people. I've never met a girl like that. They slowly return to, I mean, unless they had like bad motives, you know? They slowly return to their feet and purposely give us an eyeful of their chest. As they walk away, they exaggerate the hypnotic sway of their hips. Then again, maybe it's just because I am me and don't go out often. I mean, I think those two things together could add up to women not approaching me in that manner.
What just happened?
You stayed strong, Sho, that's what happened, and I'm proud of you. They were just being nice. The magic of not being single. No idea. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. The magic of not being... Wait. Now I get what that's saying, and that's kind of funny. But I don't want him to think that Mayu is a bad idea. I'm gonna go with no idea. I shrug. Beats me. Sho looks like he's still trying to process what happened, but doesn't seem to be making much progress.
I think that was a fluke.
A fluke?
Yeah, I've tried so hard to get a girl's number before and met with a 0% success rate. This was just a random outlier. You don't sound convinced.
Maybe it's because you're not trying now. Well, you're not wrong.
Okay, here, watch.
I watch as Sho stands. He spots another girl around our age waiting in line to get some food and approaches her. They chat for a while. When the girl pulls out her phone, Sho looks shocked. He furiously shakes his head and retreats back to me as the girl sadly looks on. What was that all about?
I tried to get her number, and then she was about to give it to me? What is happening? The younger me would have killed for this power that I cannot use!
I pat Sho on the back. I don't know what to tell you, man. Sho sinks into his chair and sniffles. I never thought I'd see the day when Sho would be sad the girls are into him. We spend the rest of the evening checking out the festival and fending off single girls, much to Sho's anguish. Once we've seen everything there is to see, we go our separate ways and I head home. You know what it is? I bet that's a single girl festival. So all the single ladies go out on that day, you know, they're wearing their best getup, they're looking pretty, they got their makeup on right, and they're just looking for the men there who must also be single if they're attending the festival, right? It's a singles awareness thing, that's all it is. Anyway, separate ways and head home. Cue outro, go!